So we are going to be talking to Trevor, Michael Georges and Nathan Graham about tonight's Bailey episode. I'm also going to be joined by Samia Longchambon, who is coming along to play a little game, and I've even had a haircut. What more could you want? It's an action-packed episode. You know what to do. Let's roll them titles. I'm Colson Smith and welcome back to Corrie's Good News episode number 7. Yes, episode 7. Lucky for some, lucky for you. Because tonight we are joined by the Bailey family. We've got Ed and James Bailey. Yes, Trevor, Michael Georges and Nathan Graham. Let's find out what the boys have to say.
Nathan and Trevor, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for joining us. Before we start talking about tonight's Bailey episode, how are you both? What have you both been up to?
I don't know about Nathan, but there ain't much to get up to really. We're doing the nation thing and doing the isolation thing, and we're all getting really hairy. I've just noticed we're all really, really hairy. So we're not going to the barbers.
Nathan normally is fresh
trim, clean shaven.
People might not even recognise you after tonight's episode.
I seen one the other day and I was like, whoa, is that what I look like? I was like, wow, I look real different.
Tonight we've seen, obviously, the homophobic storyline and we've seen the racism storyline all come to a head. Just talk to us a little bit about how powerful these storylines are and what they're like to film.
It's creating conversation and people want to talk about it and discuss it. And I think that's the main thing that you want from doing a storyline. This is to create conversation. And the show is so good at doing that across the board.
It's a tricky one. It's a massive topic, racism. And you can make this mistake of thinking it just boils down to calling names. Calling names is calling names. That's always going to happen. It doesn't actually matter what the name is. But when you're talking about racism, it centers more around alienating a human being from their own country. You've got to remember every black person's had a slightly different experience in this country. And with all those disparate experiences, not everyone's going to agree on where racism actually centers. And thank goodness we have great writers that will sit down and filter a lot of what we have to say into what will become a more universal story.
I love the scene in the bistro. I love the scene in the Rovers. And, you know, I think everyone who watched it will have found, you know, because it almost puts you there, and it, you know, that awkwardness that it makes you feel is what it should do. It just did the job perfectly. So for that, Trevor, thank you very much. Nathan, obviously, talking a little bit more about your side of the story. So Ed has really struggled to come to terms with the fact that James has come out, and he's struggled with it. And at the end of this episode, we kind of see a come together, and it's such a powerful scene that in the back garden. Talk to us a little bit about how that was and how you found playing James's journey so far. Sort of
I think the journey so far from what we've seen is that, you know, he first came out to like Bethany, and then he told his brother. All of it was like accepting up until the point where he tells his dad that, you know, he is out, he is gay, and then it's like a rejection phase. So it's like, how does he then deal with this? And then I think that moment, it's like that's all he's ever wanted, is for his dad to kind of accept and understand like who he is, you know.
Boys, thank you very much for joining me.
You're welcome.
Take it easy, and I look forward to seeing you very soon, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Well,
take care, man.
Hopefully, man.
Cheers, guys.
So Maria Connor crashed onto our screens 20 years ago in May 2000. So as Samia is celebrating 20 years on Corrie this week, we thought, let's challenge her to a game.
20 years. This May, this year. How does that feel?
It's been nice the last few days looking back on it all, to be honest, and remembering all the different storylines. But I think you're going to quiz me on it now, so I don't know how I'll do.
We have prepared a little bit of a game for you, which we are calling How to Solve a Problem Like Maria. I have 10 questions for you, all about the life of Maria. Question 1. This is a toughie. What was Maria's first line on Coronation Street?
What? My first line. Oh my goodness me. I know it was in the kennels, and I know it was to Tyrone. Something about Monica finding a mate.
You are on the right line. Most of the dogs I know are brighter than humans.
Yes, it was. Yeah, you're right. Of course you're right. You've got the answer.
What are the names of Maria's parents?
Oh, Dot and Eric. I know that.
Well
Dot and
done.
Eric Sutherland.
Who was Maria going to go on holiday with before she discovered it was going to be a cover-up for drug smuggling?
Oh, I remember this. Vikram. Because
Well done.
Vikram was gonna get her to smuggle because he was one of her bad boy boyfriends. She had a long line of them.
Where did Maria's parents emigrate to in 2005?
They emigrated to a donkey sanctuary in Cyprus.
In what year did Maria marry Liam Connor?
Ooh, 2008.
Well done. Well done. What was the name of their beloved dog?
Oh, easy. Ozzy.
Ozzy.
Ozzy
I
the
knew
Hot
that
Lab.
one. That was the one that I got right. This is a tough one. How many episodes of Corrie has Maria been in?
Oh my gosh. 20 years. I don't know about. Well, it was only on 3 times a week when I started. I'm gonna say 1,500.
Not too far off. 1,722. So you 222 off.
Wow, is that
Only
fact?
forgotten
Is that
3
definitely?
years.
Wow.
Fact. What was the name of the Argentinian man that Maria married in the sham marriage in 2016?
So he was called Pablo.
Pablo.
Lovely Pablo.
Well,
He was South American, I
bonus
think.
question. How long did Maria spend in prison when she got caught after the sham marriage?
Did she get 6 months and then do 3? Did she do 3 months?
Well done. So, last question. You've
Okay.
done well so far. I'm very impressed. In 2017, when Maria left Audrey's salon, for how long had she worked there?
Oh my gosh. I think Maria started working in a salon when her and Tyrone first split up, which 16 years?
17 years.
17 years.
Yeah. Which
Wow.
close. So you have scored a whopping 7 out of 10, which I think is a very good effort.
That's all right. That'd be 70%, wouldn't it, on a paper, an exam paper? That's okay.
Yeah. Again, congratulations on 20 years on the nation's favourite.
Oh, thanks, Colson.
So whilst we're on the topic of anniversaries, now I don't know if you know it, but Corrie has a very special birthday coming up in December. Yes, Corrie is turning 60, the big 6-0. And to celebrate 60 years of Corrie, our friends at the Royal Mail have prepared these amazing stamps for us. How good are they? Now, my favourite has to be Jack and Vera, but there's one thing that I've always wanted to know. What is a swamp duck? So I absolutely love this painting that we had sent in by Millie of what can only be described as a Tim Burtonified Nina. So I also want to give a big shout out to our friends over at the Coronation Street blog who've been doing an A to Z of Corrie over the past 26 days. I've loved watching it. I just have one complaint. C is for Craig, surely. So now we need to address the elephant in the room. I know you've all been staring at me going, there's something different. What's different about him? Is it his t-shirt? Is it the flowers? Something is different. Yes. My hair. I have had a haircut. I let my dad attack me with the clippers. It got me thinking, how are you guys holding up with your lockdown haircuts and your lockdown makeovers? Has anybody had a fashion disaster or has anyone completely changed style? Now, if you have, send them in to us because we want to see what you've been getting up to in lockdown. Make sure you tag us in all of your social media posts using hashtag Corrie so that we can go through them, we can find them all, and next week we can have a fashion show. Thank you to all of you guys for watching. As always, have a lovely week, stay safe, and I will see you back here next week.